lot of people will say, geez, this guy's really obsessed. I am obsessed. I make no apologies for it. This is our history, and we are throwing it down the drain plug. Prior to the Second World War, there were a lot of cottage industries, and they made different things from clay marbles right through to ceramics. After the Second World War, different sort of retailing groups got together and said, right, let's form a magazine, let's form a corporation, all those sorts of associations, and that's how it flourished. One of the major problems we had after the war was material. Couldn't produce it quick enough, couldn't find it quick enough. When the Americans left after the Second World War, a lot of things were just left up in the Northern Territory. The Americans didn't want it, they just walked away. So you'll find that the material that was sold at auctions, all the different companies would come and buy. The Cyclops tricycle has a spring in the middle of it. The spring is actually the spring from a Willys Jeep. The foot plates where the kids stand on the back are actually the foot plates that held on the jerry cans on the Jeep. So when they sold these parts, these innovative manufacturers thought, well, we can make this out of this and we can make that out of that. Let's just go to it. There's a company called Robuilt, made a water tower for the train set. The water tower is made out of the front canister of a gas mask. Very, very innovative. All these different ideas that you can see all started after the Second World War and were all recycling material. There's one piece that stands out amongst all of them, and that is a little lead submarine. This little lead submarine was made of the ballast of a Japanese sub that was caught in Sydney Harbour. They melted the ballast, made the little submarines, and then took on show the real submarine and sold the little submarines for funding to help fund the war effort. There are a lot of companies still around today. Holden's made toys and instead of manufacturing a car guard that might take a year to tool up and make the machinery for, they could make things like Easy Built and tool it up within a month or so and have a good quick cash flow. America, you would produce 1 million toys on one product. In Australia, you might produce 5,000. So our product lines were so much smaller. It's hard to find these products because they're so rare. Very innovative was a company called Scorpion. Scorpion made different steam engines. Now there was a donkey steam engine, a stationary steam engine. They had roller steam engines. Very primitive in looking, but in practicality, very, very strong. One company in particular, National, made all sorts of board games. You'll find that those board games then had a historical event, or they had a story or a moral. Snakes and Ladders are a good example. What we've got here in Australia is the Snakes and Ladders actually refer back to a biblical sense. The snake was evil in the Garden of Adam and all that sort of thing. So you would go down the snake for any wrongdoing, and you would go up the ladder for any right doing.
The only cuddly toy that was ever enjoyed by any boy.
The soft toy industry before the Second World War was quite strong. You had different companies making koalas and kangaroos, and actually out of the real fur. So back then, you would find a koala would actually be made out of koala fur and kangaroo fur.
You're not the only cuddly toy that was ever enjoyed by any boy.
Virtually overnight, we lost a whole industry. The biggest downturn would be the 60s. Lifting of the tariffs and allowing imports to come in. Our exports decreased, our manufacture decreased.
This is an Australian-made bicycle. Well, not quite. You see, the tyres, they come from Italy. The spokes and the wheel rim, they come from Japan. The light comes from Japan. So do the handlebars. The gears come from England. But apart from that, it's all Australian-made.
We had a thriving bicycle, tricycle type industry. Melbourne Star and Super Elliott. Cyclops were one of the biggest. Today we mainly import from China.
You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me.
There really isn't much. There's a few little industries left, and I would say within the next 5 or 6 years they'll be gone as well. We are losing our history every day. Every day people sell things on the internet to Israel, America, Japan, because people are interested in our Australiana. But we should be saving some for our children.
Yeah, you've got a friend in me.